Hello. Huh. I don't know what's going on. I love those things online. I mean, in live because, okay, I think I can hear myself. Okay. I think you can hear me now. Could you confirm? I don't want to start speaking to myself. Um, just waiting for you. In the meantime, I'm just updating a few of the links in the description. Hopefully, this is working properly. We are five in this session right now. So, yeah, I don't know if there's a delay or in fact you're not hearing me. Uh, you hear me? See? Okay. What's going on? Oh my God. This is no good. Can you hear me? Looks like this will be complicated because I don't have the chat in the system I'm using is not working and I have to open my own video. Uh, I need your response because otherwise I don't know what's going on. Those things that I love from sessions. So if you are hearing me, okay, if you're hearing me, I would like to ask you, where are you from? I'm curious. I'm curious to see if I don't know, you are outside of. Oh, okay. Looks like so. Looks like okay. You're hear me. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, Germany, Morocco. Awesome. Quebec. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Oh, especially for the guy from Quebec because it's like too early in the morning. So well, thank you for being here. Um, and well, let me introduce this podcast because it's like the magic to start. My name is Pete, and this is Ifan Tips podcast. Thank you again for being with me. If you are in America time, Pacific time, well, it's around 6:30 ish. So, well, enjoy your coffee. You're just waking up. And if you are in Europe or Africa or any part of the world, thanks also for coming to this session because I really want to uh, continue the conversation we had last time regarding object capture API. I think this thing is magical, and I will tell you more in um, in a moment. Last time, in just in case you wasn't here, but I recommend you to watch the previous session. We talk about um, object capture for iOS, right? But we talk about how to capture the object and how to display. I show you a few videos and images about how to do it through the app that Apple provide, right? It's a very basic app. But the idea is that they guide you through the process and then they generate the images on the phone, right? Um, the thing is that you need really specific requirements for that. One is basically having an iPhone 14 Pro. So, and I'm assuming that not much people have it. And well, that's a limit, right? Um, Eventually, this will not be a problem. Um, but I think if you are one of those that don't have the requirements, I have good news for you because today we're gonna explore another way to uh, capture objects. I mean, render creating a 3D model from images. And the good news is that you will be able to do it through your Mac. And I will not spoil you, but this will be really cool. Okay, I'm reading more comments, and David, oh, I'm it's he's from France, so well, thank you for coming, and yeah, I really again, I really appreciate the time you are spending with me instead of sleeping or doing something else. I think I don't know. I feel really uh, happy that you are here. Let me just uh, I need to fix a cable here because it's okay. This is smashing my charger. I don't want that, right? I want energy for the rest of the session. Okay. Uh, by the way, I don't know if you're noticing. Please let me know in the chat. But I made a few updates. Probably you can see my screen, my face in HD because in the previous episodes it was just 720p, but now it's 1080. So well, I'm trying to provide more quality over time, and maybe later I will try to just clean that up a little bit more, especially with that TV. That I need to do something about it because it's with me in every moving. Um, 5 movies in 5 years, so it has been crazy for me. Uh, but well, if you have suggestions, because I'm not a designer and I'm really bad about decoration, please provide your suggestions because it will be great for me. And last thing before starting is just saying thank you very much for your support because Swift and Tips got about 7K subscribers, which is something that wow, it's unbelievable to me. It's still unbelievable. I remember um, a conversation in late 2019 when a friend and mentor, Eddie, that I send my regards from here, um, he told me one day, "Hey man, you need to show your work. I mean, if you want to be recognized with people or be not influencer, that wasn't the word he used, but something like that. It's like you need to show what you do, and if you need to do something for the community, and then yeah, okay, I got the message. But the thing is that it's way easier just to say that than acting, than doing it. Um, and I took 1 year until I decided, okay, it's time to move forward with this. I tried writing, and that didn't work for me. Not because I'm bad writing, but I don't know. I prefer just to speak. Um, mm, or well, that was the idea I had in my mind until I decided, okay, whatever. I'm probably not the best on camera yet, but I will try it on YouTube. What happened? Let's see what happened. And well, here I am, almost 3 years later, and well, 7K for me is like wow. I mean, 7K people. It's providing or you know paying attention to my channel to see more content to learn. So it's like, uh, well, I really appreciate that. And remember, all my videos here are free, so there's no ad at all. And well, you can, you know, um, take that opportunity because, well, mostly all the content includes ads or is paid resources. But well, so the only fee for you is just liking and subscribing. So it's not too much, I guess. Well, all right. That being said, let's get started with this session. So um, I will divide the session today into uh, uh, last time, like I said, we just explored about capturing objects and then rendering, creating a 3D model. Um, but this time, I want to explore a little bit the code. Um, I think it's important, and you will see that this sample or this API, it's straightforward in some way because I have here, for example, my model object, this Mario that I got. I don't know. I think I purchased. I don't remember the name of the game. Mario Maker. Yeah, Mario Maker. It was a little gift in a box in a special um, edition. I don't know. I think it's a pretty good model to scan because it's like I mean 3D, but with some squares and edges. It's like um, the textures are like pretty defined. Okay, um, and you will see later that I've been using that over time. Um, and I'm hoping I'm using it right and I'm following the guidelines from Apple because, well, I'm not like um, designer, a 3D designer, which is normally what you need to hire if you need to create 3D objects. But the thing is that Apple is now providing an API for you, and then without any knowledge about 3D modeling, you will be able to start capturing your objects and generate them. And in most cases, it's pretty amazing. And you won't see, at least in the first time, you will not distinguish is the real one and which is not, and which is the 3D model render in the screen. Um, and over time, I think this will be amazing because um, I mean, we will have better hardware, better resources, better API, and these models will be with better high detail and other things that I don't know. It's just the beginning of this transition to spatial computing. That's why it's important to for you at least to understand or see those things in action. Okay. Let me check the chat. So I'm seeing Ivan. Hi, hi, Ivan. Um, Thanks for coming again, and thanks for sharing. The podcast or the preview in your networks. By the way, let me just before starting, let me share because I haven't shared this, and maybe there's people around, right? Give me 1 second. We are online. Oop. And let me, okay, there you go. Copy paste in linking and Twitter. There you go. And why not Mastodon, right? Excuse me. A question: are you using Mastodon? Are you one of those that don't like Twitter? I mean, I don't like Twitter in some way, but it's what it is. It's still the best tool to communicate things faster. I don't know. I'm curious. Even saying looks much better the quality of the streaming. Yeah, that was I was saying in the beginning. Yeah, that I improved the quality from 720 to 1080, and I mean it will cost me a little bit, but I think it's better because I was watching the recording sessions and was like, this is not like, and I don't know. I'm picky. I prefer just to, you know. keep the quality um, as much as possible. Okay, let's get started then. Let me bring let me bring Xcode and go and share screen. It's a shame that I cannot share. You know, one of the things I would like um, to have in the future about screen sharing is having, you know, I mean, sharing your screen or half of your screen instead of just deciding the entire screen or just one single window. Because in this session I would like to do that, but I cannot share my full screen because it's like ultra wide, and then the resolution maybe will not be the best. um, but okay, let's see. Okay, where am I? And let me let me share my screen. Share, capture. There you go. We are here. And let me grab my notes from uh the session. Yeah, because I need them. Okay, give me 1 second. Have a lot of things going on here. Okay, so I think can you see my screen, by the way? Hmm. I will expect yes, but you tell me. You tell me. Yeah, I think you can see my screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Just confirming. Okay. So let's recap. So this application um, will like uh, is taking a series of pictures, and it's capturing through Object Capture API, grabbing those images, and then doing some magic, and generating an output that is a 3D model, right? This 3D model is a USDZ file. And I'm not an expert, but this kind of files was created by Apple and Pixar together a long time ago to generate images. I'm pretty sure maybe Toy Story has those. I mean, all uh, the characters are uh, you know using that kind of file to be rendered on the screen. But as soon as as far as I know, I think you can also export to other different kind of files. But in this case, at least the app that we're gonna use is just exporting to that file. By the way, if you want to learn more after this session, I will recommend you to take a look to the description, because there is information about the WWDC23 session that basically we will explore today. And there's also information about one from WWDC21. And that one is like the foundation of this one. Okay. But essentially, I will try to speak both here. Okay. So, like I said, you can also download this application directly from the link that I provide you in the description. Okay, and if you have an iPhone or iPad with iOS 17, yeah, 17, you need to install the beta if you're watching this right now, uh, and a lidar scan. Just let me recap what is a lidar scan. Uh, Let me just point it out here. Is this little guy here? There's, if you have a kind of like you can see that. Yeah, if you have an iPad or iPhone with those characteristics, yeah, you are good to go to use this uh, capture uh, application. Okay, but don't worry. Let's move forward, and you will see more in just a minutes. Okay, so okay, let's jump directly to what is exactly this. So okay, the first thing you need to do if you want to, let's say, create your own capture object app is using RealityKit. Sorry, RealityKit. Okay, and it's also providing some Swift UI views that we're gonna use to display something in the screen. So, for example, um, basically the object that is providing the source of truth for this is this guy here, which is a session that is of type object capture session. This object is basically a state machine that will manage all the information for the capture processing. Okay, uh, it has many states, like I said, because it's a state machine, um, and you will pass depending it's semi-automatic. It will pass from different states, starting from initializing, ready, which means it's ready to scan, detecting, which means uh, you will see a bounding box, which is like, okay, I have the object here, I'm pointing to the object, but you will see like a box that is identifying if you are you know if the API will capture the object correctly. So, and you can use the application with your fingers to align that bounding box. Okay, that's very important because it's like just to verify that we are just directly pointing to the object and not nothing else, not the environment. Okay, and then we'll start moving to capturing and then finishing and completed. That's just all the steps around the capturing process. Okay, and let me go here. For example, object capture view. That's the thing I want us to back and forth with this. We have this object capture. Let me share now my screen with a folder here. Um, let me. Oh my god, I have a lot of files here. I would like just I mean, to have a reference from what we are seeing versus the code. I mean, the code and uh, the UI that you will see. Give me just 1 second because I don't know where I left this. Where I left it. Content. Oh my god. Oh, there you go. It's here. Images. Okay, 23. There you go. Okay. Let me open again here. Share screen. Okay, let me point exactly to what I want to show you. Uh, okay, you know what? Let me do this. I will share. I will share this. Okay, you're seeing. What you're seeing? Are you seeing? Or you're seeing Chrome? Okay, okay, Chrome. Good. Uh, my goodness, I lost the. Where is a whole lot of tabs? Let me recap. Oh, sorry. It's here, right here. Yeah, you're seeing here. Okay. Let me just go back just to rephrase this. By the way, you have also this kind of notes in the description, and just to reference, instead of watching the .dc, maybe you will want just to go straight to this, which is a summary of that. um, you know uh, we were talking about object capture view, okay? And this is basically yeah, the screen. This screen is really cool because if we go to the code, actually I have the code here. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you need boom. There you go, it's better. So for example, here, no, here, this object capture is a single view, but in fact, it's transforming or is transitioning to different kind of views according to the state of the session. Okay, so for example, let me go back here. Um, if we are detecting the object, you then will be in this state, and then once you order uh, or press this button in the application, you will see in a little bit what is actually doing. Um, that will move to another state, but in fact, it's still the same view. Okay, just the session has changed from um, ready to detecting. Okay, and then once you press stop capturing, you will send the order to capturing. Okay, and then you will see the same object capture view, but now in this form to start taking the shots. Okay, it's just wanted to point it out. And if you are not taking good quality shots, the app will tell you, hey, you're doing it wrong, right? So maybe you need to point it out to the center or move the camera slower, or maybe you require more lights. Okay, and well, that's it. We will see the rest in just a moment. Um, okay, so you have the session, and then you need to create a configuration uh, object. Okay, um, let's not worry about that. So you just need to provide that one. I mean, maybe a default one, and that's it. And the thing is that you are able to save a bunch of images. All the images that this app will take um, are available to you. Okay. And that's something that I would like to share later. I would like to improve this application to generate those images, but also providing you the way to export it to photos or your Mac or something. Okay. Because right now our internal and well, I didn't have the time. I was planning to, generate those images and then export it to Mac. But to be honest, I didn't have time. I had a busy week this week, and then um, but maybe later. I mean, it's never too late. Okay, so let me stop for now. Let me go back to Xcode. Hello, Valerio. Welcome back. Okay, so we already know that we have the object capture, right? And it's providing session, and that's it. Okay. So, and as you can see, this object needs to be attached to, or you can include it into your own Swift UI view. And let me see what is the rest. Um, Once you have the session, then you need to move forward. Okay. So the way to move forward here is with the button of start capturing. Or what was that? Let me just go back to the notes. Yeah, continue. Okay. Let me remember. What was that? Oh yeah. Okay. Uh, let me do this. That's session start acting. Boom. What? Oh, okay. Perform action. What kind of thing is this? Okay. Yeah. Let me go. Oops. Let me go back to capture primary. Okay. So you have the main view, which is object capture view, and then you have here an overlay. Okay, which is capture overlay view, and this capture overlay view will contain a few things: cancel button and next button. Okay. Uh, okay. I don't want to uh, boring you with a bunch of code. But the thing is, yeah, you can see here that the button that is showing continue or start capturing has a perform action. If we come here, um, we can then uh, verify a few things or send in orders depending. So for example, if you want to start detecting, which means again generating the bounding box for you for your object, then you need to send session dot start detecting. Okay, then once you're done, you need then to um, look, uh, if we're in red state, we then if we press the button, then we will invoke start detecting. But then if we press again, which means we are already in detecting state, then the next state will be capturing. Okay. And then once we start capturing, it's like that overlay showing you providing you feedback about if you're taking a good quality shot or not, or if you need to move around. Okay. That's the thing with this one. Okay. So now, in case also there is also a cool feature here in the let me see if it's here. It's here. Counselor detecting. Well, in the app, I will show you after the explanation. You have also a reset button, and you're capable to start over, right? If you're just starting capturing, or maybe you need to um, scan another object because for example, you press continue, but for some reason you decide, okay, you know what, I don't want this. I want just to no scan my AirPods. um, in order to go to start over, you can invoke this session reset detection, and that will start over, and then the um, object capture view will pass from whatever state it is to ready. Okay, which is also a pretty cool uh, way to start over. Okay, then once we have that, we can then start capturing. Then now let me go to this guy here. Session. For the case of this application, I mean, this application is more than just a basic example. It has some customization. For example, this app data model, right? Apple is providing this guy um, with a customization and just another way to not using the basic session states, but they created also other kind of state like this one from onboarding to few images or other things. So I will not explore that. I will leave it up to you just to take a look at that. But I will try just to explore the most important things here. Um, let me go here. So then, once you are moving forward with the scanning, at some point, the app will provide you the feedback that all the images around or the images you need are done. Okay, so that will happen. That will means that user completed scan pass, it will be equal to true. Okay, and um, from that you can do many things. You can let me share now my notes here. Where am I? There you go. So you, where am I? We're talking the reset the session, start capturing, detecting, and yeah, once we got the scanning is complete, yeah, this guy here will be true. Okay, and you can do many things. Otherwise, the state will be object capture, as we saw earlier. Okay. Now there are many things here that just to consider. Mm, in scanning, you are since that you can scan many different things. Some of those things are flippable, and some others not. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, from the top of this session, these are a few examples of flippable objects and non-flippable objects. So, for example, things like with texture and rigid, which means like not uniform uh, surface. Yeah, those are like candidates for that. But there are others that don't. For example, this pizza. I mean, if you try just to flip it over, probably you will destroy the pizza. So, which is not right. It's not a good idea to do it. And uh, I think the API is capable to recognize that. Other cases like if I don't know, there's a pattern in your shape and it's repetitive, well, also not a good idea. Or textureless, which it's kind of complicated to um, scan from the API yet. But I think in the next year, this will be not a problem, or they will incorporate more objects able to be flippable, but also scannable. Okay. For example, for the case of this guy here, normally the app is just drawing that it's not a good idea to flip it, and I think because this part is flat and probably is detecting, okay, I can figure that out for you. Okay. Uh, then if we go to, where is it? Here. But anyway, I mean, if you decide you need or you want to flip your object for any reason, you are able to do it. Okay. So um, there's two ways to verify that. So one, again, is that the session is providing a feedback that contains that your object is not flippable. Okay. And then um, you could also, I don't know, in your UI saying, okay, I want to flip it anyway. I don't care what the API is saying. Okay. So in this case, for example, if you are detecting that, well, it's not flippable, but whatever, and also I'm indicating myself that I want to do it. Um, oh, sorry, again. um, it's this. So sorry, I was reading the totally opposite conditions. Uh, those things, I hate them. The negative operator. So again, let me recap. If your object is flippable or you have indicated that you want to flip it anyway, um, You then need to start a new session to scan, but indicating that you have flipped the object, which is really important because by default, begin a new scan pass will continue with the same bounding box. Okay, um, and then if you need to scan after a flip, you need to adjust the bounding box. That's really important just to take in mind, because it makes sense, right? You start in maybe in portrait, but now if you flip it, you are in landscape. In just to say it in one way, right? Um, before I continue, do you have any questions so far? I just would like to know your feedback. If you're understanding what I'm saying, or maybe I don't know, please provide your feedback if I'm good explaining. I will wait for you a few seconds. Well, I will continue while you are, mm, you know, sharing something in the chat. Okay. Um, then, whatever you decide and you completed the scan, the API is again providing this. Uh, Sorry, the app is providing this feedback for you that the scan is completed. Okay, and you can show this in your application. Okay. Um, Looks like the best way to I mean to generate better results, you need to scan 3 times. Okay, but it's up to you. If you just are in a hurry and you just want to try it out, you can maybe just scan once and then click finish. If you do this, you will start the processing. Okay. um, oh, by the way, there are some tips like you I mean if you are trying to scan low texture objects, like for example this chair, which is like you know I'm not sure what kind of color is this, camel, who knows. uh I mean it's not well supported. I mean you can try it, but probably you will get really low quality results due to the type of object. But again, that will change in the future. uh Also, I also try to uh, scan things like that, white mocks, but is if the object is too reflective, you will you will not have great results here. Again, it's still in progress, but it's I mean it's magical, in my opinion. Okay, then once you completed your scan, whatever your site, you need to then provide a session that finish command. Once done, you then will complete it the the capturing stage. Okay. By the way, in this application demo, you will see this like you know um, a point. Well, in the view saying point cloud view. Okay, which is like a review of what you have scanned. If you want just to display that in the screen, you can, instead of using object capture view, which we saw already, you can use object capture point cloud view, which is exactly this part of the uh, uh, this image that you're seeing here. Okay, and that is pretty cool. And since that you are providing the same session, remember to store the session like a app model object. Okay. um, like a single object that will be alive during all this process. Okay, so and since it's the same, so the state will be finished, and then well you will the view will do that, will do the rest for you and find out which were the points to display in the screen like this. that is format. Okay. Okay. No questions. Cool. Now we will start the processing, or Apple called reconstruction API. Reconstruction API is, I think, it's the most straightforward part here, um, because it's basically grabbing your images and sending to the API, and then the API will provide you an output. Not more than that. Okay. Sorry. So in this example, the reconstruction progress view, you saw that, the progress bar, right? So it's doing some magic. This reconstruction progress view is also provided by the API, right? This is not something that is generated in by the app. Actually, before continue, let me share this one. Construction view. Where am I? Show reconstruction. I'm looking through the reconstruction view here. Yeah, let me take a look. Let me just go back to the screen, to the Xcode screen, just to show you this. Okay. Uh, Ivan is asking, maybe it's a bit weird right now, but have you tried to scan, for example, a pet like a dog? I mean, if the dog is well enough to stay, you know, freeze for 3 minutes, probably will be great. But probably he will it will be that if it's doing that. So no, I mean, your object needs to be totally static, or at least for taking the picture. um I will explain you that. Good question, by the way. um you need to be very careful when you're taking the shots, because if you're taking the shots too fast, I mean, you will have like an image when you're, for example, are in the Olympics and you are, in the running event, and then you want to take a shot for that sportman. Okay. um, well, probably a shot will be really bad if you don't have a camera that is capable to detect fast movement. So it's the same here. So you need to be really precise. So taking the shot, and the shot needs to be really clear. Otherwise, you'll see weird issues in your images. However, again, I think over time we'll be able to scan other complicated things. Right now, it's just static. It's just really defined things. But I'm pretty sure in a couple of years, we will be able even to scan ourselves. If you remember the Vision Pro demo, in order to talk, uh, to use FaceTime. I mean, if you're wearing that, one of the questions was, okay, how can I then see myself, or others see my face? Well, you will put the Vision Pro in front of you, scan your face, and then go back. And then once you start a conversation, the person where you are talking uh, will see an avatar from you generated by this kind of API. So um, it's just an idea, and eventually, I I don't know. Try to save this. Say this what I'm saying in the future, but with all the technologies we have, there will be some way where we are in a video call and you are not sure if you are watching a person, a real person, or an avatar, which is really cool and really scared at the same time. But I guess Apple and privacy stuff will take care of that. But for the rest of the industry, I'm a little bit scared because I already got a few scam phone calls that are in fact bots. But well, that maybe is story for later. Let me drink water. Mm, but good question, by the way. Okay. Yeah. Again, in the example app, they are using reconstruction primary view. This one is specific for this application. For this one, reconstruction progress view. Uh, Wait. Oh no, I was wrong. Okay. Yeah, I was wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a human. Okay. No, it's also part of the. It's also part uh, of the demo. Anyway, I mean that's cool because that means you are able to, you're not forced to use the same UI, right? That's a good thing. But let me go then back to what is, yeah, this guy here. Wherever is your um, progress view, you need to use in order to process and displaying this information to the user, you need to use a task modifier and then providing all the results. For example, here we are getting, what is that? Let me instead of showing this, let me go out, back to the notes, because our just a simplified version of that. And okay, there you go. Yeah, basically we again have reconstruction progress view, but we have here the task, which is the operation that we want to use here. Um, and then you will need to create this configuration, which is a photogrammetry session. Photogrammetry, sorry, see if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Photogrammetry session. Okay, basically photogrammetry is from a series of images generating a 3D model. You can Google it and you will find more information about it. Okay, but well, in this case, it's just the name of what we're gonna do. Uh, and this object is the configuration. I haven't seen exactly what kind of other things you can do. Well, we can explore it here if we got time. One thing also is that here we are indicating something called checkpoints. Um, I tried to investigate a little bit what is exactly that, but I didn't find any information except that it's like a temporary directory to speed up the process of generating the 3D model. Okay, that's it. I mean, why or who or whatever, well, I don't know yet. Probably in the future we'll see more about it, but technically this is just a way. This is not super necessary. I mean, this is not the images directory. In fact, this is the images directory that you are providing, but this one is recommended in the configuration, a checkpoint directory to speed up the process, or to catch in some way the process we are doing. And then the session, the actual photogrammetry session, where you are providing the input, where are the images, okay, and the configuration. That's it. And then you need to call process. The process will do the magic for you, and then providing what are what. Excuse me. Sorry about that. You need to provide what will be the output model, okay? And like I said, the output result, well, by default, will be an USDZ file, okay? But I think you are also have other different kind of files. I haven't tried yet, but if I can try it, I will share it in Twitter or in a later video. Okay. Then once you got that, by the way, you can generate many. I think there are more configuration about it, um, like the level of detail. But right now, in the case of iOS, there is it's just a low level quality object is what is generated so far for iOS. So that's why here, well, you technically have the way in the API to increase the level of detail, but for iOS, it's not available. That's what I want to say. Okay. But don't worry, we'll see some alternatives for you. Okay. But anyway, you send the process, that's it. And then now you will have these outputs that are, the messages of how the process is going on. Okay, there are different output states. Okay, um, the one what we care in this case is just well, processing complete. Okay, which is like, okay, it's over, and we do something about it with that. Okay, and this, well, most of the cases is just displaying in the screen your final model. Okay, and like I said, take in consideration that this is still in development for iOS. Okay, now that's about the request. I mean the object capture API in iOS. Let me just quickly go back again to Xcode, and yeah, like I said, here we have some we generate the session. If we go here, oh, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Okay, looks like, let me put it equal to, oh, there you go, yeah. I mean, like I said, here is a more custom um, code here, but technically it's the same what I showed you earlier. You start your configuration, and then you provide the images folder, you provide the checkpoint directory with uh, uh yep, snapshot folder, then the configuration, and then, well, this is a custom state, not the session state, but this reconstruction, just to provide that feedback to the user. And yeah, we got that. And then not sure what is that. Is that from API? Okay, it's just processing complete filter. Oh, okay. I think this is just to show, uh, yeah, just to show the process, how the process is going on through this. Um, yep. Well, let me. I think an asynchronous sequence filter to simple applies to parameterization. Okay. Yeah, it's just an iterator, what I'm seeing. Yep. Okay. But I think the important part here again is just to showing what I said, um, calling process to start the processing, and then yeah, once we're are done with that, the output will be generated in this for this session. Okay. Yeah, I think yeah, this is the yeah, you're providing the session here, and the ops the outputs from the session. And yeah, that's why we are getting here that. Okay. And then the rest is just capturing, okay, what will be the state of each output generated. Okay. And at the end, let me see, request input complete, request complete. Yep. Here we can do pull whatever we decide. Okay. Okay. That's about it with the object capture in iOS. Now, what will happen with Mac, or why we're talking about this? So, uh, most of the code you have seen in Xcode and in in the notes are basically code that can be executed on Mac, excluding the capture part because it's something where you need the lidar scan and all those capabilities. But technically, the all the reconstruction process is capable to be done on Mac. Okay, and let me grab my notes, um, because here I have a few screenshots about the requirements. Okay, I didn't provide the a screenshot for that for you, but basically, uh, if you have a Mac with an M1 chip or above, you are good to go to render, create a 3D model from images directly on your Mac. So don't worry about it. But if you still have an Intel Mac, uh, you just need a Mac with 4 GB, and that's it. That's what it's saying here. 4 GB is pretty low for me, and I will tell you more in just a second. Um, because this is, I mean, this kind of work is extremely heavy computation in processing. So actually, if you want to, if you ask me, hey, Pete, I want to, work with 3D modeling, and I want to, create some an application to and capturing my models and blah blah blah. Okay, I will tell you, go directly from a MacBook Pro 16-inch with the max capacity possible, because I tried it during this week generating um, 3D models with my Mac, and it was the first time, or one of the first times, seeing my hearing my Mac, hearing my fans in my Mac, but pretty loud um, fans. It was the first time. I mean, this was extremely heavy computationally. I don't know if I'm saying the right. Um, but yeah, the thing is that it's a heavy duty task. Okay, so if you're planning just to purchase a MacBook Air, and you want to fully dedicate to this, I will say please don't do it because yeah, you will require a more heavy duty work here. That being said, now I think explaining again to you uh, how to do it on Mac um, would be repetitive because it's basically the last part I said. A construction process. It's just creating the session, excuse me, creating the session, providing the sources of the file of the images, and then do something with your output. That's it, right? However, and by the way, you have that you have a demo about it in the description, okay? And you can just click it and right away install it in uh, in your computer. Sorry, you have two demos actually. One is through a terminal, a console. You can generate those images, providing what I said earlier. But also, if you don't have uh, an iPhone with the capabilities to scan directly, you then, or maybe what I mean, generating the object directly, you can download a sample that is providing best practices to capturing your images. Okay, and it's available in the description. However, there is something cool here too. You can do that by code, but if you don't care about it or you don't need it, I will show you one great, great cool. Sorry, haha, talk a lot. I will show you one cool way to do it. Let me open here. I will. What you're seeing here is just the canvas of uh, Reality Composer Pro. Okay. If you download Xcode 15, yeah, 15, 15. Sorry, I forgot about the numbers. You'll have this application right away for you. Okay. So now, why we need this application? Because like you saw in the previous episode when we opened a Vision OS application and then we changed the default model for and we replace it with a 3D version of this guy here. Uh, we use it. We use, we use that to manipulate the object. But guess what? You can create a 3D model from a source of images right away in this application for free, and no code is involved. But there is a disclaimer, and I will show you that in a moment. So you will go. Well, maybe you are not seeing this, but you will go to New in the in the menu, and then you will see a menu saying Object Capture Model. Let's see that. Okay, no, you're not seeing this. Okay, I will have then to share my entire screen. Forget me about it, but it's what it is. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Entire screen. This will be massive. You will see myself twice. I hope you're seeing everything here. So again, let me point it out here. So then you go here to Real Composer Pro, you go to New, and then just go to Object Capture Model. You press it, and then it will ask you for folder of images. Okay, so let's actually go here and what is that? No, this is not. Oh yeah. So here I have well, not this guy, maybe this guy here. I have provided my own set of images. Okay, you're seeing here that I'm like taking like a burst mode, right? A bunch of images. Like, but just be careful with these kind of images. For example, this one is like blurry, so it will have some issues generating your image. Okay, but well, I did my best. I don't have the best table, the best source of light for this, but well, I do my best. I did my best. Okay. Now, one important question: how many images is recommended for scanning up? I mean, to generate a model. Apple is recommending between 20 and 200 images. Okay. How many images are here? If you're wonder, I have no idea. Oh yeah, 347 images. You will say, "Oh, it's a lot. That will take hours." Not really. It's just not stopping pressing your shutter in your camera, and you're good to go. That's the manual way to do it. But again, I will recommend you to follow the links that are in the description, because the API will provide you feedback about if this image is in good quality for the process or not. Okay, I just did that for myself because I was, again, too busy this week and I wasn't able to try it out and combine this source of images with the API. But well, it's something. Now let's go back here. I'm gonna grab all those images, select them, grab it here, boom, and here uh, you will have different kind of a few options. One is if you want to isolate the object that you're from the environment. That means ignoring the background and just focusing on the image of on the object that you want to capture, or including the environment around. In my case, I just want just to follow up the first option, and then you'll have a different level of quality. Okay, uh, like I said, the default one for iOS is this one, reduced quality. Okay, it's, you know low quality in terms of the textures and shapes, but at the same time, it's the fastest way and less memory consuming object. Okay, but you can move forward until full. Okay, which is a high detail level, and also a raw quality. But raw quality is the same. Like I don't know if I have seen the raw formatting in images. It requires a little bit more of post processing. If you know what you're doing, you can use this one. But if not, I will recommend you just full, medium, or reduce, depending of what you want to do. For the case of preview, it just previews literally that, right? It's like will not generate uh, the model, but will show you a preview for you. Let's use this one for now because I guess it's the fastest way to show this. And I hope this will not crash my computer. uh, as you can see, I have an M1 Pro, no, M1 Max here. I have one of the latest Macs, and look how this is thinking. Okay, let's see if we have enough time for this to complete the process. But what do you think about this? It's pretty cool, right? I don't know. It's just blowing my mind. Let me go back to this. I would like to read your comments. Are you interested on generating your own models? This will take a while, but let me see. Yeah, let me share with you some results that I generate um for you. Okay, and in fact, oh no, I think, you know what? Let me see if I got. I forgot where is the Mario model. Give me 1 second. Mario. Oh, come on. Mario. There should be a model. Okay. It should be here. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay. Yeah. In the meantime, this guy is processing. Let me show you a few things here. Okay. I'm trying to share a screen here, but it will be complicated. I don't want to show my full screen because it's like too much. But okay, anyway, I will have to do it. Oh, let me see if I can do it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Let me. I will open a few of those demo images. Okay. 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 There you go. Okay. Well, looks like I will have to open this in full screen, whatever. Okay. Okie dokie. So last time when we scanned with the iOS API, we got something like this. Okay. Also, I have created a, a short on YouTube about it. Okay. Look at that. It's like, I mean, not bad. I mean, thinking that you just scan this from an iPhone, with just a bunch of images, it's like, oh, okay, not bad at all. Although you can see here that there are some, inconsistencies, or yeah, it's not a super high detail level. I mean, it's not a PS5 graphic, okay? Um, but that's what's generating from iOS, okay? Now, I generate this other guy here directly from the source of images that I show you in the previously. However, you might have seen this one is actually a raw object. Okay. I mean, I don't know you, but look at that. It's like the squares are way better than the previous one, but there are some issues here where I don't know, like the the shape is not well defined. Okay, look at that. That could be due to many reasons. One is that maybe one of the images that I shared are not in the good quality to be in the screen, or to generate the model, and maybe is polluting the final result. Okay, but again, if you see s- if you see the edges, it's like, okay, not bad. I have here another one that is in full detail. It's like the same, using the same set of images. But this one is like, I don't know. It looks like it's, you know having extra level of uh, reflection. Not sure exactly how to call that, but you can see that it's like, a little bit worse than the previous one. Okay. However, I also got serious weird results with this try. Yeah, look at that. I'm not sure what's going on here. What? Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is not. I mean, uh, just to plug and play and generate a PS5 game. Um, but that's why here you need to be very careful with what kind of images you're providing uh, to the API, because, well, the API will just process whatever it has. Um, but yeah, you may need to adjust or back and forth, try and error with your images. It's not. I mean, if you, after many tries, you could generate something that is not bad, but well, you will have to uh, practice a little bit. Um, but again, if you want a better way to get some feedback, you can just download the links that are in the description, and get the app uh, demo that is used in TopTop DC21, and they will provide you a way to capture the images. That application, I guess, is available from iOS 15, and I guess you won't have any problem downloading it, unless you live in below a rock or something, or you have a pretty old iPhone. Um, but anyway, I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you think it's cool? Do you think you you will use it in your next Vision OS application? I would like to read your comments before closing. Oh, let me take a look to the final result here. Yeah, it's finally complete. This was the result of our experiment here. Um, look at that. This guy is way better, and I used the same images, so not sure what's going on this time. Again, this is just preview quality. I I definitely will try later after this presentation. I will try to use full quality and reprocessing, but I don't know. I guess for the preview, look at that. It's not bad. I mean, for just experiments, I don't know. It's awesome for me. uh, Ivan is saying, I will try the demo from the description. Okay, okay. In your M2. Oh, okay. Good boy. Yeah. Yeah. Enjoy your new computer, by the way. Okay. I think that's it for me, everyone. So let me know in your comments, in the comments, what do you think about it? If you have any suggestion for me for later episodes, if you prefer to keep talking about this, I'm talking, and just to point out why I'm talking about all those things. Uh, yeah, first because this is new, right? The Vision OS things and RealityKit, etc. But keep in mind that this is an space for you and for me to try new things instead of just watching the classic iOS application and the architectures, which is not wrong, not wrong at all. But uh, sometimes we need just to move forward with other things, right? And just explore um, other frameworks, right? Because Apple ecosystem is full of frameworks. There are many of them. There are frameworks to capture video and audio. There are uh, APIs to generate games, generate images like this, or 3D models. I don't know. There is an infinite, almost infinite, world of possibilities here, and yeah, maybe you will learn something new today. And well, that's kind of the things. So if you have something crazy that you would like to learn, yeah, please leave it in the comments, and we'll probably will could talk later in a session here. And but other than that, if there's nothing else, I think in the next session we will talk more about Swift macros, which is another great thing that I will say Apple, but not exactly Apple, but the Swift community brought to uh, the language. Okay, so well, if it's nor more than that, let me just finally read the last comments here. Uh, Ivan is saying, I like the live interaction. Yeah, I love it too. I love not to be alone in this journey. That's why I started recording the session. I stopped recording myself and just, talking, explaining to you, because mentally for me is better than just speaking to uh, the wall. Yeah. All right, everyone. If nothing else is here, so remember to stay stay in touch. And well, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.